And the Newswatch Show weekend, we'll hear and share how you can take part in a free Christmas meal.
Plus, do you know where Santa is? We'll show you the live tracker.
And later, a big prize waits for the lucky person who will win the Mega Millions jackpot, now up to more than $500 million. Stories as Newswatch 12 weekend starts right now.
Newswatch 12 with Kyle Pazorski, Muhammad Abdul Kawi, and Devin Biggs.
Welcome to the Christmas Eve edition of Newswatch 12 Weekend. I'm Kyle Pazorski along with Muhammad and Devin. So let's get to some news you can use right away right here in the Northwoods, where tomorrow the Rhinelander Lions Club is hosting a community Christmas dinner. You can drive up to Triggs Deli Express entrance between 11:30 and 1 p.m. Requests for private delivery have been cut off after today. However, the food is still available for tomorrow. The food is free, but there will also be an opportunity to donate. Turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy, corn, and cookies will all be included in that meal. And Santa Claus is on the move. So here's a live look right now at where Mr. Claus is. Take this look right here, Mike, if you can. NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, runs the Santa tracking service, which allows people to follow his Christmas journey through its website, social media channels, and mobile apps. So what we're looking at right there is where he is live. So like I even have it up here on my little iPad. And so it says he's right above Radisson, Quebec, Canada, and he'll be delivering there in about 2 minutes. So it's actually a pretty neat tool, isn't it, Devin?
It is definitely a pretty neat tool. He was in the state of Maine earlier too, so he's across the United States now. So for those kids that are still up and eagerly waiting for Santa Claus, now's that good time to get to bed.
Yeah, and you know, Muhammad, it also says, what, 5.5 billion? Is that billion?
It's gotta be billion.
Yeah,
that looks like billion to me.
That's a lot of
delivered. So he was last seen in Montreal, Quebec. Hopefully sometime he will get over the Northwoods. We'll keep a track of that as more happens. You know, it's honestly a pretty cool thing that NORAD does it. You know, they're an American government source that is putting this all together. It's kind of cool. Actually, I read a story that, you know, the way that this was come up with is that there was a wrong number put into a listing at one point, and through that listing they put the number of the NORAD command center, like the personal number of the commander, and that's how they came up with this. And it was just kind of a spoof that just so happened to happen.
So basically it started by accident.
Yeah.
Now it's a treasured tradition years later.
Yeah, it is actually. It's super cool, isn't it?
Cool. It's definitely really cool. But you know, Santa's got a very cold night ahead of him. And it's still very cold here across the Northwoods. I drove through lights of the Northwoods, and my goodness, is it feeling like winter outside tonight with temperatures that are in the single digits and wind chills well below zero. There's a few people walking around parts of downtown Rhinelander tonight. Obviously a lot quieter because many of the businesses are closed just in time for Christmas Eve. So hopefully you're enjoying your Christmas Eve festivities out there. Look at the police have been hard at work, so hopefully people are staying out of trouble as well. Talk about good timing for a live shot, right? But otherwise, winter weather advisory up until 6 a.m. on Sunday, and this will get dropped as things start to calm down. This is more for blowing snow and some lake effect snow to the north. We do have some wind chill advisories down toward the south. There is some blizzard warnings up in parts of Marquette. I pulled those off the map because we're more focused on our neck of the woods, but there are some more alerts further off toward the north. Here's what we're looking at right now. So again, as snow continues to fall near the Marquette area, some lake effect snow near parts of Lake Superior. Moving down toward the south, we might see that near the UP border, maybe trying to sneak into Rhinelander. That might be a little bit of a stretch. I think we'll be looking pretty good, and we will see the sunshine as we head toward tomorrow. Here's those temperatures right now. We're at 2 degrees. That's it over in Rhinelander right now. 1 degree in Antigo, 4 degrees over in Wausau. So everyone in the single digits factor in the wind chill, and it feels like this, and as a lot of Wisconsinites would say, a balmy 18 below feels like temperature in Rhinelander right now, 17 below in Marshfield. So if you're heading out tonight, definitely make sure you bundle up and definitely stay safe. Hourly forecast moving forward, temperatures continue to fall, eventually to 3 below for the actual air temperature, but it'll feel more like 30 below at times overnight.
Well, thank you for that, Devin. We'll have more weather coming up later. So, you know, the holidays can be tense at some households, especially when it comes to politics. And if you're lucky, you'll be still talking to your family come next year. Isn't that right, Muhammad?
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be that tense, especially because there are actually many political issues people agree on.
Among those is that people on both sides of the aisle agree that there should be cognitive exams for presidential candidates. According to a YouGov poll, 71% of Democrats and 71% of Republicans agree that there should be cognitive tests.
Another topic people agree on is that drug makers should be required to disclose prices on TV ads. This again has people on both sides agreeing more than 70% of the time.
And the last topic that people agree on that you could bring up around the table for Christmas is that there should be a law requiring all smartphones to use the same charging connectors. Polling found that 58% of Republicans agree and 69% of Democrats do as well. So you know our politics are not so different after all, isn't it? Anyway, to get to some news, in case you missed it, opening day for snowmobiling in the area was yesterday, with many riders and clubs getting out to enjoy. Hodake Snowmobile Club President Jim Jungers is one of the many excited people taking part. He's reminding riders to stay on the trails, saying that veering off the trails could lead to landowners taking away riding privileges.
Landowners are the heartbeat of a snowmobile club, and it just takes one landowner that can shut your whole system down. We're doing more road running now because we lost landowners. Just stay on the trail.
Riders caught riding outside the marked trail could be charged with trespassing. Jungers adds that they could face other charges if they damage property. So a reminder is that the trails are also still in very early riding condition and that there could be some wet spots on the trail. So be sure to ride with some caution.
Cold temperatures and windy conditions will keep a lot of people inside. The Forest County Potawatomi Community Center is trying to keep people active with a long list of activities this holiday break. With the play on the popular Elf on the Shelf, Elf on the Wall is a game where participants climb to spots on the rock wall to retrieve the elf. This and other family-friendly activities are planned throughout the upcoming week at the community center.
A snowman making contest where we put shapes for snowmen up on the wall, so just trying to find some fun creative things.
These activities are helping to promote physical activity, problem-solving skills, and overall fitness. Regardless of the climber's age or experience level, the community center staff are present at the rock wall to ensure safety during the games. In addition to the rock wall, other activities happening over the break include expanded pool and water slide hours, cookie baking and decorating, and a bounce house. Information about the activities can be found on the community center website and Facebook page.
Thanks for that, Muhammad. Well, coming up after the break, we'll take a look at how the winter weather and holidays could be causing more heart attacks. The American Heart Association says it's important to know the signs. We'll have that after weather when we come back.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Like visions of sugar plums, find fishing poles, tip-ups, lures, and all of the gear the anglers on your list have ever dreamed of. Oh, what fun are the unique gifts and decor items you can find in town. And without a doubt, everything imaginable for dashing through the snow can be found here. Happy holidays from all of us in St. Germain. Thank you for shopping local.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
When they're sick, they get comfortable anywhere and spread germs everywhere. Wherever they rest, protection. Nothing kills more viruses, including the COVID-19 virus, on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
It's the huge New Year's Eve balloon sale for 3 big days at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua. This huge sale starts Friday, December 30th and runs through Sunday, January 1st. Make your purchase and pop a balloon to reveal your savings, up to 88% off in honor of Elmer's birthday.
Welcome back. Merry Christmas, everyone. And this was a treat this morning to start things off on Christmas Eve. This is what we call a sundog over in meteorology land. I actually took this picture on my way to the office earlier this morning. So here's the sun right about in here. And we have 22 degrees to the left right about in here. And of course, 22 degrees over to the right about in here. We had these rays of sundogs here, and they stay aligned with the sun as it rises. We have ice crystals in the atmosphere that was refracting, or light that was bending off of the sun. So sunlight bending off of the ice crystals, which is why we got this very beautiful view. We have a few more shots we're going to show you as well. Thank you, Mike Moore, for sharing this picture with us. Looking very beautiful out there in the wide open snowy ground area. And of course, another area as well. Michaels, thank you very much for sharing this with us as well. Over in the Harshar area, I believe this is a business that was sharing it with us. So thank you for sharing this with us. And yeah, sundogs made it all the way down in the parts of even central and western Illinois. So it was a very widespread area that saw the sundogs this morning, so definitely a very beautiful view. Now, we do have winter weather advisories that are up until 6 a.m. on Sunday, more so because of blowing and drifting snow that's still expected, with some of those gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour this evening, and maybe some lake effect snow near Gogebic and Ontonagon counties as well. There are other alerts further off towards the north and east. I pulled them off the map because they're kind of irrelevant to us at this point. We're more focused on the Northwoods, but there are some other alerts like blizzard warnings near the Marquette area that are still up. You can see the snow, the lake effect snow continuing to go for northwest to south and east. And again, whenever it comes to a blizzard warning, it doesn't matter about snow accumulation. It's all about the visibility issues there. And we're definitely dealing with that with these strong gusty winds out of the north and west. This system is still pretty strong, tracking off towards the north and east, a pretty historic system too. And now high pressure is starting to work its way in. So during the daytime tomorrow, the wind is finally going to start to calm down. And that means things are going to start to ease up as we head towards Sunday night. So finally, Christmas Day night, things will finally start to relax in Weatherland. So Futurecast, maybe a few lake effect flurries left over. Those will start to end. Lots of sunshine to start things off on Christmas Day. Maybe a few passing clouds, with more clouds on the way during the afternoon period. So we're going with a partly cloudy language. There's a little bit of snow showing up there. That will stay to our south, maybe clipping Adams County. And that will stay to the south and east moving forward. But really anything that's going to develop, though, is really going to be in the lake effect range. So maybe a few more inches possible tonight in the parts of Christmas morning. Not much farther down toward the south as we run this all the way through Monday morning. So overall, looking pretty good. Most of our snowfall is just about done. Now it's the wind out in the west at around 15 miles per hour. These are the sustained winds. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour have been noted still tonight. And boy, that's making it feel cooler out there as well, especially when you get air temperatures that are definitely very low. These gusty winds, again, going to be continuing for a bit, but starting to back off just in time as we head towards the overnight period tonight. So a quick look at the temperatures here. We're at 2 degrees right now in Rhinelander, again, 1 degree in Antigo. There's very chilly temperatures in the single digits, factoring in the wind chills, feeling almost like 15 to 20 below, according to some of these feels like temperatures. So definitely feeling pretty rough out there tonight for those that are not liking this cold. 3 below for the overnight low, some lake effect snow flurries, still some blowing snow. Northwest wind getting up to 25 miles per hour. We will become partly cloudy overnight. 6 degrees tomorrow, partly cloudy with more clouds moving in by the afternoon. The north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. So again, making it feel cooler. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. A slight chance for snow again as we get towards Tuesday. Monday, we're looking good. A warm up on the way. That's looking pretty nice, but we'll have to watch out for a wintry mix on Thursday and Saturday with this forecast evolving as we move forward. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you for that, Devin. A warm-up. I can't wait for it. Well, a heart attack can happen at any time of the year.
But new information suggests that the holiday season raises the risks, as Alana Quillen reports.
Santa isn't the only one with a list these days. The holiday to-do list can be stressful.
Just trying to get everything done, you know, the wrapping and all the gifts.
And it's not just spending that goes up. So does your risk of a heart attack. According to the American Heart Association, more heart attacks occur during the week between Christmas and New Year's than any other time of year.
You got a lot of people going to different places, traveling, and then you have to worry about, oh, what's the best gift for Aunt Carol?
Cardiologist Dr. Brian Smith sees it firsthand.
We see a significant increase in the amount of people coming to the ER with chest pain and with actual heart attacks.
What's the reason? Well, a multitude of factors, including changes in diet and exercise.
We're eating unhealthy food, we're drinking more than usual, and we're not paying attention to our bodies as much. So this creates this perfect storm.
With all the holiday hustle, people who aren't feeling well may dismiss it. But the American Heart Association says it's important to know the signs of a heart attack. Chest discomfort is a big one. The others are on your screen. And know that symptoms can be different for women.
Women may say that they don't feel right, they may feel a little nauseous, they may feel a little bit of fatigue.
To avoid the ER, Dr. Smith recommends sticking to your routine, including exercise.
Grab your family and friends and say, let's do this activity together. I think it's really important to do that. But at the same time, as we're having our holiday dinners and holiday cookies, just make sure to enjoy it in moderation.
And with snow in the forecast, know that shoveling can be the equivalent of giving your heart a stress test.
So if you're someone who sits on the couch for much of the year and you go out and try to shovel snow, you're putting a lot of strain on your heart.
Well, thanks for that. We're about halfway through the season for high school winter sports so far. As we wrap up for the year, multiple teams are fighting for playoff spots.
Coming up after the break, Saul Meyer will be here to give us an update on some conference standing for both boys and girls basketball. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us.
It's a red carpet affair this New Year's Eve. At Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg, dress to impress. There will be party favors, complimentary food from the Mint, a free photo booth, and live music from VideoStar. Plus, hot seat drawings, barrel drawings for $1,000 cash. Then at midnight, a grand prize drawing for a Ford Explorer and $2,000 cash. Plus, another cash giveaway at 1 a.m. Earn entries throughout December to win big on New Year's Eve.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up. This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now, choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. I'm proud of you, kid. And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
2 loads of snot-covered laundry. Only one will be sanitized.
Wait, what?
Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of bacteria. Detergent alone can't. Clean is good. Sanitized is better.
From the moments that shape our lives to those that shape our days, broadcasters are there, delivering the most trusted news that keeps you informed when it matters. We are your neighbors, a trusted voice, a lifeline. We are broadcasters. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Discover what's trending in the North Woods on Up North at 4 with Nate Myhawk and Jeff Weller. Local conversations about what it means to live, work, and play up north. Weekdays at 4.
Well, as we near the end of 2022, high school basketball season is in its peak. We're joined now by sports reporter Saul Meyer as we near the halfway point of the season. What are some of the things that you've noticed so far as your time here?
Well, Kyle, in the Great Northern Conference, there is some high-quality basketball going on. That I know for sure. Let's take a look at some of the top teams for the conference in boys hoops. Starting it off, there are 3 teams that are undefeated in conference play. Medford, Mosinee, and there it is, Medford, Mosinee, and Northland Pines. Medford and Mosinee both at 3-0 right now, but don't overlook those Eagles. Northland Pines is 2-0 right now in conference play, but overall, they're 7-1. Rounding out the top 4 teams is Lakeland Union, who is 1-1 in conference play this year. Now let's move on to the girls' standings for the Great Northern Conference. Surprise, surprise, the top 2 teams are Lakeland Union and Mosinee. After dropping their first 4 games of the year, Mosinee has been hot. Now they're 3-1 in conference play. And in 3rd place right now, we've got Rhinelander, who holds a 2-1 conference record so far, which is half a game better than Antigo to round out the top 4. Now, as good as the GNC is, we can't leave out the Northern Lakes Conference hoops. So let's take a look at the boys. Florence and Three Lakes are currently tied at the top with a 3-0 conference record, followed by Leona Wabeno and Crandon, who are close behind. And those same 4 teams are dominating on the girls' side as well, just in a different order. Crandon stands alone at the top with an undefeated record in conference play, followed by a 1-loss Leona Wabeno and Florence team in 2nd and 3rd. And finally, Three Lakes rounds out the top 4 Northern Lakes teams with a 1-2 conference record.
Well, thanks for that, Saul. Coming up, we'll take a look at how Christmas is being celebrated around the world. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12, proud to serve Minocqua and communities all across the Northwoods.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
When they're sick, they get comfortable anywhere and spread germs everywhere. Wherever they rest, protection. Nothing kills more viruses, including the COVID-19 virus, on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have two small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or two.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University, online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-879-1493. 1-800-879-1493.
Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sipinski. Newswatch 12.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at some news from outside the Northwoods now.
Pope Francis celebrated Christmas Eve with a midnight mass on St. Peter's Cathedral at the Vatican. The pontiff led the world's Catholics into Christmas, saying in apparent reference to the war in Ukraine and other conflicts that the level of greed and hunger for power was such that such wanted to consume even their neighbors. The mass was first with a capacity crowd of about 7,000 following several years of restricted attendance because of COVID.
Palestinian police erected barriers in Bethlehem's Manor Square this morning as the city prepared for Christmas evening celebrations. Groups from the Palestinian Scout Association opened the celebration by marching through a barricaded section of Manor Square. Bethlehem hosts thousands of foreign tourists and pilgrims who come to visit the city's holy sites, including the Church of the Nativity, built at the exact site where many believe Jesus was born before the pandemic. Bethlehem would host thousands of Christian pilgrims from around the world.
And how about a mega big lottery prize to round out your year? The Mega Millions jackpot has rolled over again after no one came up a winner for the game's top prize in Friday's night's drawing. It is now an estimated $565 million that would go to the holder of the winning ticket. That would represent the 6th largest prize in Mega Millions history. However, your odds to win the whole thing remain rough, about 1 in 302 million. The next drawing is set for December 27th. It's almost Christmas, but for some, it's starting out tragic.
Yeah, at least 17 deaths were reported in 8 states as a monstrous winter storm continues to wreak havoc throughout the holiday weekend. As dangerously cold wind chills froze much of the eastern 2/3 of the country, at least 17 people have died in weather-related fatalities. The deaths occurred in Oklahoma, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Kansas, Nebraska, and Ohio. Blizzards and an Arctic blast will impact the Midwest to the Northeast, the National Weather Service said in a bulletin Saturday, adding that travel will be extremely dangerous and at times impossible, where whiteout conditions could occur. Holiday travelers have also encountered delays and cancellations. And now it's time to look at the week that was in the world of business.
CNBC's Kelly Evans has this recap.
The face of the crypto crash faces fraud charges. Elon Musk may fire himself, and state governments tackle TikTok, all in the week that was. Samuel Bankman-Fried is back in the U.S. and will face 8 fraud charges in connection with the collapse of his cryptocurrency exchange FTX. He returned to the United States after being extradited from the Bahamas this past week. He's posted a record $250 million bond while awaiting trial. Elon Musk said he is searching for a replacement for himself as Twitter's CEO if he can, quote, find someone foolish enough to take the job. That follows a Twitter poll conducted by Musk in which 57% said he should find someone else to be CEO. While all that was going on, Musk pledged not to sell any more Tesla shares for 18 months to 2 years. Musk has sold about $39 billion in shares over the past year while the stock continued to sink. He's been criticized by some shareholders for neglecting Tesla while focusing on his Twitter takeover. And higher mortgage rates continue to impact the housing market. Existing home sales tumbled 7.7% in November and are down more than 35% from a year ago. It was the 10th straight month that sales have declined. The use of TikTok on government-owned devices is now banned in 19 states, with Louisiana and West Virginia the latest to take that action. A similar ban on the federal level is also included in the newest government spending bill over concerns about national security and privacy. I'm Kelly Evans. Get all your business news on CNBC.
On Jeopardy!
It's been quite a year for us here at the show. The thrilling debut of our Second Chance competition, moving right into a mind-blowing Tournament of Champions. Amy Schneider is now our Tournament of Champions winner. It's also been quite a year for Super Champions. Chris Panullo now ranks in the top 5 all-time for Jeopardy winnings.
Now, this week on Jeopardy, can current champ Ray Lalonde become a Super Champ too?
Everybody's off and running, Ray.
Well, let's do a true daily double then.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
This week on Wheel, watch the year end with enthusiasm.
Yes!
Over the soul pack!
Why are we yelling? Woo!
My lovely earrings were made by my friend Kyle, a lifelong fan of Vanna's.
Sure, Vanna will be expecting a pair of earrings in the mail.
Something's happening! Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year!
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
On Jeopardy!
It's been quite a year for us here at the show. The thrilling debut of our Second Chance competition, moving right into a mind-blowing Tournament of Champions. Amy Schneider is now our Tournament of Champions winner. It's also been quite a year for Super Champions. Chris Panullo now ranks in the top 5 all-time for Jeopardy winnings.
Now, this week on Jeopardy, can current champ Ray Lalonde become a Super Champ too?
Everybody's off and running, Ray.
Well, let's do a true daily double then.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
This week on Wheel, watch the year end with enthusiasm.
Yes!
Over the soul pack!
Why are we yelling?
Woo! My lovely earrings were made by my friend Kyle, a lifelong fan of Vanna's.
Sure, Vanna will be expecting a pair of earrings in the mail.
Something's happening! Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year!
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Featherstone Cabinetry and Design thanks you for your business this year and wishes you a Merry Christmas. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Alrighty, here we go. Winter weather advisory still up, mainly for blowing snow, but a little bit of lake effect flurries could still try to sneak down. We're going to start seeing things calming down as we head towards tomorrow. Wind chill advisories up because, of course, very cool wind chills up around 30 below or worse in a few spots. But quickly, your next 7 days, things are looking to improve a bit as we head towards next week. So, Kyle, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone else here. Merry Christmas to everyone in the control rooms. And Merry Christmas to all you watching. Thanks for having us tonight on your TV sets. You have a great night.